everybody? Sergeant Sparkles here. Mess Discipleship, episode 107, Galatians 2, 17 and 18. But if we ourselves are also found to be sinners while seeking to be justified by Christ, is Christ then a promoter of sin? Absolutely not. If I rebuild those things that I tore down, then I show myself to be a lawbreaker. One of the common things, questions, objections to the gospel is people ask, well, if I get forgiven of my sins and give my life to Christ, I can just keep on sinning and just keep on getting forgiveness. But that ain't how this works. What's happening here, Judaizers are saying that Peter was sinning by eating unclean food with the Gentiles. Well, Christ does not promote sin. God's forgiveness does not promote sin. Once you give your life to Christ, it should change you, and you should seek Christ and not the sinful ways in our nature. But what Paul's saying here in verse 18, if I rebuild those things that I tore down, I show myself to be a lawbreaker. So if you tear down all the laws and rules and things like Jesus did when he died on the cross, and then when you give your life to Christ, you get that freedom, and then you start developing all these other rules and laws and things that you got to do, Christ and all these other things, then that means you're a lawbreaker, because Jesus didn't die for that. We've talked about that in the last few episodes. Jesus did not die for us to be living under a bunch of rules and laws. He died for us to be free. So if we put those rules into place, again, once we give our lives to Christ, then we're not doing him any justice at all. Giving your life to Christ gives you freedom, period. That's why Christ died on the cross. Love you guys.